Ilara hummed softly as she dusted the grand ballroom. Sunlight streamed through the towering windows, setting the jewels embedded in the walls ablaze with colour. She wasn't bothered by the endless chores or the vast emptiness of the palace. Ilara found joy in her work. She imagined each dust cloth as a magic wand, transforming ordinary objects into sparkling treasures. Her true escape was the palace gardens. Ilara, with her emerald green eyes and a smile that could light up a room, felt most alive amongst the fragrant roses and trickling fountains. She would spend her scant free time there, dreaming of adventures beyond the palace walls and whispering stories to the flitting hummingbirds. Ilara yearned for a love as pure and vibrant as the wildflowers that bloomed by the palace gates. She longed for a companion who saw beyond her simple title, someone who recognized the fire and spirit that burned within her soul. Little did she know, destiny, like a mischievous imp, had already set her love story in motion. S1 humming softly. Prince Thaddeus, heir to the throne, had traversed mountains and sailed across seas. He had maps charting distant lands and stories that could enthrall a room. Yet a peculiar emptiness lingered in his heart. He'd shaken hands with emperors and dined with sultans, but none of them stirred anything within him. Their conversations were a tedious dance of politics and power, lacking the genuine laughter and heartfelt emotions he craved. Thaddeus longed for a connection, a bond that transcended titles and lineage. He yearned for someone who saw him not as a prince but as Thaddeus, a young man with hopes and dreams, someone who valued his thoughts and cherished his laughter. He desired a love that mirrored the epic tales he'd grown up reading, a love that defied expectations and ignited the soul. Yes, too, sigh softly. One sun-drenched afternoon, Thaddeus found himself drawn to the palace gardens, seeking solace from the suffocating weight of courtly life. He stumbled upon a sight that made his heart skip a beat. Beneath the weeping willow, Ilara sat reading, her brow furrowed in concentration. Sunlight filtered through the leaves, dappling her hair with gold. A single wildflower was tucked behind her ear, its vibrant blue a stark contrast to her auburn braid. Thaddeus, captivated by her quiet grace, found himself unable to look away.
Clears throat. Excuse me, miss.
Clearing his throat, he approached her, his steps hesitant yet determined. Ilara looked up, her emerald eyes widening in surprise. In that instant, their gazes locked, and an undeniable spark ignited between them.
Oh, hello, I didn't see you there.
Thus began their clandestine meetings beneath the willow tree, their shared laughter echoing through the silent gardens. Word of the prince's unusual companion spread through the palace like wildfire. Eyebrows were raised and heads shook in disapproval. The whispers started subtly hushed tones in the corridors, knowing glances exchanged behind raised fans. Royal advisor as royal advisor. The courtiers gossiped about the impropriety of a prince befriending a maid. They warned of the scandal it would ignite, the tarnish on the royal family's reputation. Their words, sharp and laced with venom, found their way to the king. His heart hardened with each whisper, his mind clouded by societal expectations. King Alaric as King Alaric, he refused to entertain the notion of his son, the future king, falling in love with a girl so far beneath his station. He saw only their differences, blind to the love that bloomed between them, a love as strong and unyielding as the castle walls. Thaddeus, emboldened by love, refused to let societal pressures dictate his heart. He found Ilara's spirit, her kindness, and her genuine joy for life intoxicating. He yearned to share his life with her, to navigate the world hand in hand, her laughter his constant companion. Prince Thaddeus as Prince Thaddeus. He approached his father, his jaw set with determination. He spoke of Ilara's compassion, her intelligence, and her unwavering spirit. He argued that true love transcended titles and social standing. He pleaded for his father's blessing, his voice echoing with a conviction that belied his years. The king, however, remained unconvinced. Blinded by tradition and the court's whispers, he saw only the chasm of societal expectations that separated his son from the woman he loved. His heart, hardened by years of rule and bound by duty, struggled to comprehend the language of love that flowed from his son's lips. King Alaric, his heart hardened by years of rule and bound by duty, struggled to comprehend the language of love that flowed from his son's lips.